Well, hello and welcome to the very first reading of the Piscean Perspective here. This is, something I've really been a little antsy to get started on. I've been a little bit nervous. I wasn't sure how good I was going to do, and I'm sure there's probably others out there that also want to start their own reading channel as well, and or maybe just your own channel in general, and maybe you just feel like, you don't really quite have the perfection down just yet, or you're not quite in that perfect place, or you don't know the cards quite good enough yet, or multiple different reasons that we all come up with to doubt ourselves and our abilities, right? So basically, I am going to be reading, I'm going to try to keep at least 5 uploads a week. It may not be daily or Monday through Friday, but at least in the beginning. I don't know how well I'm going to do with this just yet. I'm not considered a super crazy advanced psychic tarot reader, but I have been doing this for about 7 years, and I feel like I'm comfortable enough to at least give this a shot. How many times am I going to say, well, let's just be a little bit more prepared? Well, I was going to do this reading channel like over a year or two ago, but I had some health issues that I had to work through, and luckily I have worked through those. And I moved all the way across the country and got completely started over again here, and so there's just a whole lot that I've been going through, and I am currently right now, my place is pretty small. I do have people on both sides of me. I live in a hotel right now. It's the cheapest way to go for the money that I'm making at my normal part-time job. And I know that there are other readers out there on YouTube that may only read Pisces only. I don't read only Pisces. Now, for private personal readings, if you ever want to get a hold of me and contact me, which my Instagram handle will be down below, you can just message me through that. But my business email I've been locked out of it for like a week or so. I'm trying to get it back, so I should be having that back soon. But I'll do any sign for a personal reading, and right now I'm doing a hour long, and we'll go up to a 2-hour long reading for $50 flat out. We can do video calling, and we could do just video files if you want me to send you a video file, or even over the phone if you don't want to even do video at all. So it's just kind of a way of supporting me and stuff. I didn't really want to come right out with that, but I'm not like, some of these readers on YouTube are very, very gifted, and some of them I love watching. I watch at least, probably one at least every day, but some of them are extremely gifted, and I just don't know if I'll ever have some of the skill that some of these women have. So what I do have, though, is just the fact that I am a Pisces, and I'm very open to expressing myself and my own journey and my own life and where I'm at right now. And I want to try to make this a Pisces only channel because I want it to not have any barriers. I don't want to feel like I need to hold back or kind of keep myself at bay. And if you know Pisces, we are the 12th sign of the zodiac, and we supposedly are, I don't know about this. I mean, who's to say what the real truth is of the matter, but suppose we're the final sign of the zodiac, and we can turn into any sign before us, any of the other signs, and we can kind of take on the characteristics and traits of the best qualities of the other signs before us as well. So if you're not here because you have Pisces in your sun, moon, or rising, if you don't know your astrological birth chart, there's an app called Astro Matrix that you can download from the Play Store or the Apple Store. I believe you watch like a 30-second commercial here or there. If you know the location and the time of your birth, you can find out your whole astrological birth chart, which usually is like a $50 to $100 process to get going. And so if you just download that app, it's free. You watch a 30-second commercial. And the thing is, our astrological chart means where all 9 planets were at the time that we were born. It helps you find your moon, your main sign, obviously, you know that probably, but the moon and the rising sign, and it also helps you find what planets were in what sign, and there's just a lot that goes into play with that. And it also gives you very detailed horoscopes for daily, weekly, and monthly. So it's a really great app, and I've learned a lot about the characteristics of myself and just learned a lot. So basically, this won't be just for only Pisces sun signs. You could have it as your moon sign, your rising sign. You could be watching for somebody, cross-watching. You may have just been led here, maybe. And I'm going to always ask, Spirit to always give us messages just for any of the viewers that are going to be watching this particular video. But you could probably have Pisces in your chart and you just don't know it. If you don't know your astrological chart, then you most likely have, it's like a 75% chance you got, at least Pisces in somewhere there. So anyway, even if you don't, you might have just related to the video. You might have just clicked on it just to see what's going on. I just wanted to keep it, strictly at the base a Pisces only channel, because that way it allows me to not really hold back and not really have to keep myself at bay at all. And I want to be able to express sometimes what I feel like the cards are saying, and I just don't want to have any barriers or feel like I need to hold back anything, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to learn astrology. I'm trying to also choreograph the astrology forecast with the readings as well. And I'm really, feeling like I've gotten like 7 decks here. I'm going to show you my decks here. I got a little white candle burning. Like I said, I live in a hotel and I don't really have, the option to decorate my place and have all the things that eventually I plan to have. But so far, so good. I'm pretty comfortable. And I don't know if y'all like to see, watching me, seeing my face and talking into the camera, which I sometimes do like. But generally when I'm watching a reading, I don't really look at my phone very often. I listen to the readings as I'm like, I don't know, laying down or cleaning or, taking a shower or something like that. So a lot of times, or, headed to work or something. So, I listen to the readings. I usually am not looking at my phone. I don't usually read reversals. If you guys like reversals in the readings, then I want you to know that I'll be very interactive with the people who comment. Anybody who does comment on the videos, I will try to respond to everybody until maybe this blows up one day, which would be great. But until then, I will definitely try to be very interactive, answer all your questions. I have another channel called Passion Prime Philosophy. If you want to kind of see what my personal life is like and just kind of who I am as a personal person, you can go there. It's kind of all about my philosophical outlook on life and just talking about some of the heavier subjects and spiritual enlightenment and self-empowerment and, overcoming obstacles in life and breaking chains in your life and, trying to encourage people to try new things and find the answers to difficult questions, things like that. It's just a channel that's kind of half serious, half really fun and entertaining. So it's going to have a little mixture of seriousness and a mixture of just fun comedy and music. I'm a musician, so I also will try to play some music on there and stuff like that. And I've just been trying to reach out to the world and collaborate with people. And this is not how I originally wanted to do the channel. I wanted to actually use green screen effects for the cards, and I do plan on implementing that soon. It'll be a really great idea. It's going to be really cool, and I don't know any readers that use green screen effects, so hopefully I can get to it before anybody else does. But this is the Piscean Perspective here, and I just want to give the readings, but I also want to try to include a little bit of just my perspective, because I am a Pisces too, and I listen to a lot of their readings and I listen to what other people have to say, and I know it's been a very difficult time to be a Pisces, or even if you have Pisces in your main chart or whatever. It's just been very difficult for a lot of us. We've all gone through some serious craziness, but things have gotten significantly better, I'd say, in the last few months, and they were just, for me personally, horrific last summer and very uncomfortable and very not easy at all. And just leading up into the holiday season was just all very uncomfortable. I don't want to head back in that direction. So trying to head in the right direction now. Things seem to be good. I've got a new area that I've moved to, and I'm just trying to develop my spiritual health and connect with my higher self better and everything. So let's go ahead and just get started here. I'm going to go ahead and I will use these different decks just depending on how I'm feeling that day, but I don't want to keep these videos super long. So what I'm going to do is pull from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck here, which I'm sure you all are very familiar. A lot of readers use that online. And this is one of my favorite decks, but I won't be pulling. This is the Work Your Light deck. I know I see a lot of other readers use that one. The Moonology Oracle cards I don't really use very often, but they are a really cool deck that I will use. Probably use this deck, the Oracle of the Seven Energies here, and then the one I've got in my hand is the Witch's Tarot, and then I've just got a regular clarification set of cards if I want to clarify, and then my Guardian Archangel Oracle cards here. So we're just going to try to keep this kind of shorter and sweet and to the point. I just want to kind of see how many viewers this draws in. And I have people that are on both sides of me here, so I can't be super loud at the same time. So if you hear me kind of talking just a little fainter, that's why. Normally I'd be talking just a little bit louder than this, but I just got to get through the reading. Okay, so let me go ahead and focus on the reading here, and we'll get started. All right, Spirit. Basically what we're going to do is just for the moment, just the general reading for the time that you click on this. Kind of a timeless reading, but just in the very present moment. So if you can just help us, Spirit, guides, ancient masters, ascended masters, if you could please help us, the viewers and me, get a message today for just the present moment that we're in. For the Pisces that are watching, the ones that are cross-watching, the ones that don't even have Pisces in their chart, that may just be here to check the channel out, might just been drawn to this particular video. Can you please give us a message today that will relate to all of us? What is it right now that we need to hear? What is it that we need to hear right now? Is it another one? I don't like it when cards flip over like that, but well, I pulled both of them out. I'm just going to pull 8 of them out of here. Yeah, one more. And then we'll use the bottom for clarification. You know what's weird about this deck? And I still don't even quite know exactly what this necessarily means, but I still have to figure out why. This deck has 2 of these cards in it, and this is what the bottom of the deck was, okay? So we don't like this card, do we? Nobody does. This is kind of one of the harshest cards in the deck. This is just about things coming to an end, things coming to a close, things that have been uncomfortable, but I'm looking to move to a new beginning. I'm looking to be in a more comfortable place, a happier place, a more financially prosperous place. But this could just mean that this is, things are going to maybe hurt right now. Things are maybe feeling like they're hurting, a little uncertainty, a little pain going on, and not really a comfortable, leap into the next chapter, right? So this deck has 2 of these, though. The other one is literally called the Ten of Swords, and then this one's called Everything is Fine. So I'm not really sure exactly why that is. I will actually search that when I get off here and see. So our first card, we definitely got that flipped out. I don't like it when cards flip out like this, but this was the one that flipped out on its head, just because sometimes when you're shuffling, they can easily just, flip out like that. But I go ahead and take them, I guess, if they do decide to fly out here. I'm going to try to move this mic just a little bit closer to me here so that it's better for you guys. Okay, so we got the 6 of Pentacles, the next card, and I'm trying to keep things a little bit more cleaned up here. You guys got to bear with me here. This is something new I'm trying, and I want you to see the cards first, and then I'll probably just... Well, see what I'm saying? I told you. Oh man, why does this deck have to have 2 of the worst cards in it? I mean, it's already bad enough we have 1 in here. Why have 2? And I don't know. I don't think there's 79 cards, but I don't know what this could be pertaining to. And well, at least underneath it's the Ace of Pentacles, and then the Queen of Wands, and then the Magician. So this is looking like it's heading in at least the direction that things are going to sting right now. Yeah, they might feel a little painful. Things are a little unsure, and you're really just like, look at her. She's sitting there on her phone. I got this deck because I like the modernization of the deck, how it kind of, showed lots of diversity in here, but there are no men in this deck. It's the Witch's Tarot, which is, I understand, but men are witches too. We're not considered warlocks, okay? You know, the Witch's Tarot, it's just all women, which is fine. You know, I'm fine with that, but I was kind of hoping that there would be some representation of men as well, but that's cool. I really like the artwork on here. But anyway, so we got both of them. We got that on the bottom, and we got the Ten of Swords, the regular card. So this is the regular Ten of Swords here. But you can see they're holding their phone, and that's definitely me there, you know. I mean, that looks about like me when I'm laying down at night, trying to go to sleep. I'm sitting there watching my phone, laying on my side, unsure of things, kind of. But before that, you know, well, I just want to keep drawing these cards, okay? I'm just kind of drawing them as I grab them. I think I drawed one too many, but that's okay. Now, I do sometimes read the Celtic Cross style. Sometimes I read, you know, the Celtic Cross, or just, you know, your basic like 8-card general spread and stuff. So it just depends. This is just, I'm really just kind of getting started here, and I really want to see how many people show up first. If I see that I actually have more than like 10 people, for instance, on this first video, then I will put a lot more effort and make this nice and pretty and really put a lot of effort. This is really just to get this uploaded to see if anybody actually clicks on the video, but I'm going to put my full effort into this and give it a shot. Now, normally I was always looking up cards a lot. I would look up cards for the longest time, and I would use a website that I was really fond of. But I'm just trying to look in the general succession of things here. So the Seven of Swords, I do want to just quickly glance at. Everything else I feel like I can kind of do with maybe out looking in the book, but I just want to take a quick peek at the Seven of Swords here. And like I said, I'm trying to be a new reader here on YouTube, and I want to do this. I'd like to be able to give private readings out, and I don't know the cards as detailed as some of the other readers. So if I have to, sometimes I need to look up a little bit of information, but I promise you, if I ever was giving a personal reading, I really try to go above and beyond to make sure that they get the best clarification that they can possibly receive. And so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of tilt you up here. And then I'll just pull the cards up here and let you see them. But the Seven of Swords here is the first card that we got here, and it's just saying sometimes in life we can't be completely open and honest. A little lie, even just one of omission, may be tactfully required in a challenging situation. Maybe you're dealing with a truly awful coworker or an abusive relationship, and you need some secrets to keep yourself safe. Just be careful that your deceit isn't hurting yourself or others, and that it is truly the best way to deal with the situation, okay? I do relate to some of this, just basically saying, look, man, you don't, I'm very guilty of sharing a lot of my life online and on Facebook and on my other channel even, and I usually don't hold back too much, and I pretty much am very open about it, everything. There's nothing I really keep to myself, and sometimes that's gotten me into trouble before, but for the most part, this has been more of a positive thing for me and allowed me to have more confidence and connect with people even better when I just open up about that stuff that I feel like they would judge me for, or they would feel some type of way about, when I was just very open and very much embracing my flaws and my past and the things that I don't really want to tell people about. But I also don't really want to hide behind a mask. I want people to know that there are certain things that I take into account into my head every day. And so when I'm, communicating with people, it a lot of times will be slightly there still, and in the forefront of trying to speak to somebody or be in a situation, it still is it may not be a present thing that's affecting me, but it still in the past was affecting me, and therefore has left its mark in my present. So it's kind of hard for me to like pretend like that mark's not there. So sometimes I just get it out there, like, here, there's a mark that's here. It kind of, I'm trying to heal from it. I'm trying to figure out how to live with this mark, but it's there. Nothing I can do about it. I would rather just tell you and get it out in the open. But there are some things that might just be better left if you just kept it to yourself. I don't know exactly what maybe you might be trying to keep from a partner or a friend or a boss, a coworker, someone that works for you, a family member. But some things, just wait until you're better equipped, maybe, to discuss about. You don't need to tell everybody every little thing day one that you as soon as you get the chance. And sometimes I really had a hard time trying to balance that out. Sometimes I've always wanted to blab everything out instead of letting it come out in a balanced way that will just make more sense and may not seem very, just very unbalanced, I guess is the best way to put it. So just choose your battles wisely is all it's saying. It's showing that you're doing just fine. But you may have coming up after that, you may have some give and receive that you have to do. You may need a helping hand from somebody, and you're going to get that helping hand. If you really, really need a helping hand up financially, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, there are people out there that are willing to play give and receive with you. I don't know if you're just holding back because you're afraid that you won't get the help from somebody, or you won't get the type of support that you desperately need right now, that I desperately need. I don't want the supportive people, the few that I do have, right? I don't want to run them off or upset them. So we just really need to know that we're still going to get and receive, but at the same time, you got this ending. We're all gonna have to let this ending happen. I'm gonna have to let this ending happen. I'm talking to myself too here. And we've got it on the bottom of the deck and in the reading too, but we've got all good cards that are all saying financial abundance and manifestation, and the Wheel of Fortune turning in our favor. Okay, so things are going to get better. How many readings have you been listening to that have anything associated with Pisces or any of these other readers? They're all really positive, wonderful readings lately. So don't worry. Things are going to continue to get better. Even when it doesn't seem like it right now, we might be in that painful, getting stabbed in the back type feeling right now. We might be at this ending process. We might be at this, oh shit. And really feeling the pain right now. The Hierophant comes up. It's one of the only major arcana cards we have. Could be getting married, possibly. I don't really necessarily know if that's the case, but for some of you, I do actually feel like you might be getting married or solidifying a very serious relationship, because we've got the Ten of Cups that come shortly after that. We've also got moving abroad, or like you're moving. Your last card is moving, moving, just relocating. I don't always look at moving over water, but you could be going to a different country or something, but you are moving into a new phase of life, a new place, a new relationship. This could be marriage. This could be going steady with somebody. This could be just getting serious, could be falling in love with them. Or this just could be, maybe there is a spiritual advisor or some type of mentor or some type of any kind of religious figure, or just somebody that holds some type of authority. They are maybe very prominent. And I don't really know who that would be for me, but maybe for you guys. Maybe there is someone that's coming in here that could be coming in here. I know I could use a spiritual mentor. So if you're out there, hey, come message me. But I don't really have any spiritual people that are card readers. I know one person that I work with, but they read cards magically. But that's the only person I've known out of 2 states. I don't know too many other than the people online. So yes, I'm reaching out to the community, trying to tell you all that I'm very, very much my own unique individual. I'm just the way that I look, the style that I have, the clothes that I wear, and the things that I do. It's just very hard to find people that are like me, but that's great. That's totally fine. But yeah, I'm reaching out to the world to try to find my connections and my spiritual mentors as well. But hopefully this is your only major arcana card. This is right after the ending. So hopefully you got somebody coming in here that can help you repair and heal and maybe move forward properly, or maybe that relationship. But then you got this relationship coming, or you do have this connection coming in, but then again, you're still looking the things that you had to lose because because of the Ten of Swords part. You're still looking at the 2 things that you still have there, but the 3 things, the 3 cups that have spilled over, you're still looking at all that water that spilled out of the cups, which to me, I'm just kind of noticing like the 3 cups of water are spilling. It looks like that's a shitload of water. It looks like that was just a lot of water. And that was a bridge that brought you over to the land with the 2 cups is just what I'm kind of seeing right now. And that's like a lot of water that got spilled. That's a lot of possible things you had to let go of that are uncomfortable. And I'm there with you. I totally get it. It's the 2 cups aren't always making up for the 3. I get it. And, But look at that. There still is a bridge. There still is a bridge I see, not to give excuses for things that you leave behind, but I just want you to see that you can still go over that water or go to that side if you ever needed to. It's not like it's absolutely gone forever. But at the same time, you got to be able to respect what the 2 cups on this behind you before you really be able to understand how to respect the 3 that you had to spill out. You had to spill them out because they got very unbalanced and ungrounded and chaotic. Shit wasn't good. You had to do what you had to do. Or look, we got 2 Ten of Swords cards here. I think God or spirit or the universe has been cutting us a lot of us a break lately. Has been making things a little easier on us than normally it would be. I think we've been getting things to kind of which we deserve it. We really deserve it, okay? Especially if you've had any kind of life presently in the last year and a half like I have. We definitely deserve the good karma. But at the same time, things aren't going to just stay simple. You need to take advantage of this to possibly move forward to the next level. And if you're not seeing any good positive signs around you, they are there. But you need to let go of some of this stuff right now, because if you do, well, best card in the deck, the 10 of Cups here. This is the happy family. This is why I feel like some of you might be getting into a serious relationship, and that this is moving forward to pure bliss, pure happiness, the full, wish fulfillment as far as, the family goes, You got the 10 of Pentacles, which is kind of like financially secure and abundant family, but this is kind of like emotionally abundant family, like the connection with you. You may not have like all this money and all this stuff around you, but at the same time, you've got all the happiness and joy that you need. You don't need to have a bunch of, money coming in necessarily. You just kind of need each other, but you've got to let the things go before this is going to happen. This is the very next card though. Don't stare there and look at those 3 cups of water. That's the 3 cups of emotional water you just spilled out so that you can move forward to this and then not relish and embellish the happiness of this moment. Instead, you're sitting there looking at those cups still when maybe you need to move forward and think about this. But this is in the present moment. This is kind of, I like to say, just over the next 48 hours or so, this is just my first card reading on the channel, and I'll have a little bit more direction next time, but I just wanted to see how many people actually do click on the video. But I will try to put a lot more clarification into the reading and try to do it in a better way. I always talk for a while, so apologize about that. But the 2 of Swords is the next card. Well, you're happy possibly, things are going good, but you got like 2 decisions here. You got 2 things that you equally want to do, and you just feel like blindfolded, almost like you don't even, like you can't even see the swords that in your hand. Your hands are crossed, so like you're kind of like, well, which sword is in my right hand and which sword's in my left, because my hands are crossed and I'm blindfolded, so I don't even know exactly what the hell what sword I'm even holding in what hand. You've raised your defenses, steeled yourself against opposition. You blindfolded yourself by refusing to budge. You've blinded yourself to the truth of a difficult situation. Maybe you've shut off your emotions as a defense mechanism, or you're refusing to see things logically. Perhaps you're stuck in analysis paralysis. Either way, you're not dealing with the problem honestly, so you got to take off the blindfold and confront the issue. Like I said, we're still crying over the spilled milk. I get it, man. There's things that I know I need to give up that I don't want to give up. And then when I give them up, I'm sad. And then when I have something good, I'm still sad over the things I had to give up. I get it. But it's saying, if you stay hard at work, it looks like we're all going to be working on creative projects. Work on your craft, work on these ideas. I know a lot of you are trying to be entrepreneurs. I know a lot of you have got really awesome ass ideas. You're afraid as hell to take the next step. You think you don't have what it takes. You don't think you're, good enough, or you're in that well prepared enough place yet. Maybe some of you are musicians, some of you are writers, some of you are, I'm all those things. I'm a musician, I'm a singer, guitar player. I write stories, I write books, or I could write books. I'd like to. I love games. I love stories. I love doing any kind of, spiritual enlightenment stuff. I love making video content. Love anything that has to do with making my own money, doing something that I do, especially something that I'm passionate, or something that takes a little artistic creativity from me. So it looks like we're going to be working on our projects, and we're going to be moving forward into that next step. You know, those two cards that showing us that we're pretty much dead. The old way of being is no longer important, that this is the new way to go. This is the new way to go. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and put these up. Most of my readings will probably be an hour long. Okay? If I do daily readings, I don't know about daily being an hour long. If I do daily, maybe 30 minutes. But I can't keep things under like 15, 20 minutes. There's no way. I just talk too much. And I will try to do better with that. But I want to be able to connect with my audience better. And I really want you guys to understand, like, I'm the epitome of what Pisces is really dealing with for a lot of it, except a lot of the social connections and stuff. I don't really have a lot of personal connections in my life. So there's not a lot of people. But as far as anything else, you know, generally you hear those readings about a Pisces, and it's the epitome of exactly what I'm dealing with. So I'm just going to pull a couple of these Wisdom of the Oracle cards, and then I'm going to actually stop the video. And I want to see if we get a few viewers on here. Trust me, I've got really big ideas for the reading channel, but I really wanted to at least get the first reading up and see how many viewers actually come by here. But I will do private readings. 1 hour to 2 hours. We'll go over a whole additional hour if you need to. $50. I live in a hotel that's extremely expensive in a new state that I don't really know much about, and I'm completely in a whole new world, and I'm trying to be an entrepreneur. I serve tables as a part-time gig, and I don't want to serve tables. I've been doing it for a long time. It's enough to pay the bills, and it's enough to... I've been able to get all the things that I lost back. So I've got nice stuff again, but I still am barely making it, you know, and I'm making it okay, but it's like a few days at a time. You know, I don't have a lot of money saved up for a week ahead. It's usually just a couple of days at a time, and I have to make extra money in and keep it flowing in daily, which is why I'm a server, and it keeps the money coming in daily. But for the most part, I want to be able to make my own money doing entrepreneur work and doing the readings and stuff and making videos. So I would love to be able to make this my full-time gig or collaborate with people. And you know, I just wanted to let's pull 3 of them. I get these cards all the time. You know, we got By the Book, Flexible, and we got Treasure Island. I get that a lot. But guys, I really wanted you to kind of see, I'm going to sometimes talk a little bit about, you know, what I'm also dealing with too. But I mostly want to keep my personal, private, boring stuff about my own life on the other channel, Passion Prime Philosophy. But I just want to be able to show you how these are relating. And I do listen to the other readers online, and and I listen to a lot of the Pisces readings. And I'm also my other signs. I'm a Virgo moon, but I'll let you guess the Gemini one. Well, I'm a Gemini rising. There you go. I don't care. Don't anybody cast no spells on me or nothing. I've been warned not to tell people about your astrological chart because people can use it against you, I guess. But, you know, anyway, so we got By the Book. And it's abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting cultural or family customs, universal laws. The universe works within a structure of divine laws and principles that provides a framework for human experience and evolution. The law of abundance, the law of prayer, the law of karma, the law of attraction, the law of thought, the law of compensation, and the law of nature are only a few that are known. These principles create perfect order and operate with a kind of precision beyond human understanding. Even revolution has its place in universal law. Human beings in turn have their own laws and customs that vary from culture to culture and family to family. Laws keep social order and govern behavior, reflecting an instinctive understanding that harmony is important. This is a time to learn these laws and conform to them rather than being the rebel and flouting them. When this card appears, submit to structure and follow the rules, even if they seem like they make no sense. Release resistance for universal laws will correct any disharmony. Open your eyes to those universal laws, and it will be easier to go by the book and this time. At the book at this time. And I really wanted just to read the oracle message. The wisdom of the oracle cards, it has the oracle message, the relationship, the prosperity, and the protection message. So let's read the protection one, though. Now is the time for a real change in consciousness as you are incited to revolt, challenge the structures that are limiting authentic progress. It's not enough to rebel in small ways. This is a call of revolution. Focus on what you really want to achieve, regardless of whether it feels so far outside the box that the established order may reject it. Genius, invention, and transformation are rarely comfortable and less likely to be accepted by the mainstream. It may be time for you to say no to the way of your group, take a stand, and make real changes. It could be that the structure of your inner world is alerting you to the need for a complete overhaul. This is a time for transformation, so let go of the fear of change. Your intuition will lead you through the darkness. There is no turning back now. Trust that light will dawn. Epiphanies will surely lead to miracles. Guys, I'm taking the leap and starting this channel here, and I'm trying to make video content. I know it's not going to make the money flow in like crazy, or at least I'm not like expecting it to guarantee overnight. I do believe this will eventually be prosperous, but I don't really know where to put my time and effort into stuff. You know, I feel like I don't want to put my time into something and it be a waste of my time, and then I just spent time doing something and then not really get anywhere with it. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to have my own business, whether that's giving readings or doing much more other things that I also do, but I don't really want to work for somebody else, and I know I'm capable, more than capable of it. But it's going to take time, and I don't know where to put my effort and energy into. So it's like if I do one project, I'm like, oh, did I really spend my time wisely, or should I have done something else? But the fact is just stop being afraid and try something and do a little, just stick with one main thing right now and go for that. Or maybe try like 3 things and seeing what really feels good to you and what also maybe what gets a bite from people. So we got the flexible card. Teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. A tree's roots are solidly planted in the ground, yet its branches can bend in a hurricane, whereas a rigid structure like a building would come crashing down. Consider how the tree remains supple and secure when everything around it may be in shambles. This is how you need to be now. Willing to learn new things, teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are. Common sense is important, but so is an open mind. Stay curious, stay open, stay aware. At this time, others will be more flexible with you too. I want to read the protection message as well. When you or someone else becomes too rigid, you lose the access to growth and untapped potential and find yourself in an us versus them scenario. Loosen up, open your mind and heart, and see if a more flexible approach feels better. Rigidity will set you up for a fight where there are only losers and no winners. Could you find a way to bring about a result that is mutually beneficial? Meet in the middle. Spirit makes a great mediator. Treasure Island. The law of attraction bringing dreams into fruition. The results of positive thinking made manifest. Abundance appearing as if from nowhere. Financial gains in the sharing of good fortune. You've worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to buried treasure and tapped the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot, because some of these golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent. Trust your intuition to light your way now as you enter this truly prosperous phase where all the long, hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off externally. In all aspects of your life at this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others, as treasure shared multiplies like magic. As treasure shared multiplies like magic. Poverty consciousness and a sense of not enough cast a shadow on your path. These ideas and core beliefs come with a high cost. Do you really want to proclaim yourself a victim of disappointment and failed expectations? Are you avoiding success because you will grow so tall that others will want to cut you down? Or is it possible that you're caught in a fear that you will lose what you have acquired, so you hold on so tight that you miss the opportunities to expand? You are challenged to change the way you see the world and move from a perception of limitations to a perception of abundance. Take a risk, for you have nothing to lose except your confinement in a prison of your own making. Open the door and find the abundance waiting for you to claim it. How many of us have been hearing of these messages? If you've been listening to any channels that do Pisces or whatever, you know, some of you may be cross watchers. Maybe you know a Pisces. Maybe you have nothing to do with a Pisces and you were just drawn here, which is fine. Maybe you needed to hear that message too. But what I'm saying is I've been getting the messages and a lot of this abundance coming in about how life is going to be so financially prosperous. There's going to be so much money coming in. I'm going to have so much money, because what I would love to do is be able to just give a lot of the money away. I'd love to be able to share it with other people, but not affect their growth at the same time. I want to be able to like make it fun and let people win money. And I just want to be able to have money to invest in being able to help other people and helping people start their own businesses and things like that. I just don't want to see anybody struggle with finances. It opens them up to be able to explore other avenues and stuff. But I keep hearing about this abundance and all this good money coming in, and I just don't necessarily know how it's going to happen, but I still keep on declaring that it is absolutely going to happen, that I deserve it, that karma definitely owes me, that the Wheel of Fortune is turning in my favor, and that there is without a doubt going to be the best year of my life ahead of me. I think I'm owed a lot of goodness. I also know that I have a lot of challenges personally for myself. I'm not always going to do the right thing all the time. I would rather just be upfront and honest with you guys, and I'm not always going to do the right decisions to try to be. I don't want to be an advisor. I don't want to be a mentor. I'm just helping you see a different perspective. I just want to be a connection, a friend, and just help you gain a different perspective and help you find solutions, help you find your own way of finding answers. But the truth is don't look up to me and don't think that I don't do anything wrong. I definitely do, and I don't want to ever put the promise out there that I won't do anything wrong, because I definitely will. So I'm trying to at least do what my purpose here is. I love spiritual enlightenment, and I love getting closer to this creator presence, energy force, whatever you want to call it. And I love strengthening my spirit, but I have my own inner demons that I still have struggles with, and I still am healing from a really rough couple of years, and things are significantly better, way better than I ever thought they could be. I'm very blessed right now. But at the same time, I just don't want anybody to ever think that just because there's someone that's a reader, or in order for you to be a reader, or in order for you to do anything with your spiritual gifts, that you have to be in a particular strong place in life where you're like making all the right, responsible choices. Like, that's not, I don't think that needs to be the case. I think that you should openly be okay with being not perfect and being broken and being able to share your gifts regardless of where you're at. There's never going to be a perfect place in life. You're never going to be in that perfectly set up place. Everybody, even the best leaders of the best spiritual organizations in the world, they never have perfect days. They still have things that they do that I'm sure they would consider flaws, or maybe they consider sin. I don't really believe in mistakes or sin, but I believe we have reactions to every action. I believe that our mistakes are just as valuable. Our mistakes to some. I believe our dark side makes valid choices just as much as our light side makes those valid choices. And I embrace both sides of me, and I don't really want to permanently banish any of my anything, even of my past behavior or anything. It's just, the point is I don't want to make any more promises about the future that I'm going to try to do this and be this and be that and be this. I'm most likely going to purposefully not do the job that people that personally know me would prefer me to do, or I may not use my time the way that people would prefer me to use my time, or spend my money on the things that they would prefer me to spend it, or save it, or maybe maybe I party a little too hard one day and they would prefer me not to. I'm just saying, I'm bound to let somebody down if I try to set any kind of expectations on my behavior. And what I'm trying to say is it's, as a Pisces and as anybody, you're never going to be in a perfect place in life to get started. And I have plenty of things that, are hurdles that I'm trying to move on to this next phase. I really am. But when you're alone all the time and you don't really have a lot of people to relate to you, it's difficult to always want to make all the best decisions in the world. And, to do the right, responsible choices sometimes is to do the most uncomfortable thing at the same time. And so, I'm just looking for a little bit more incentives as much as possible to help me push through those uncomfortable feeling moments in order to get the bigger prize. Because I think both decisions that we make, whether it be the decision you should make or the decision you want to make, the one that's healthy, the one that's not. I think they both serve their valid purpose, and they're both equally bring a pleasure to you, to your life. The other one just takes longer, it's harder to get, but the pleasure is probably bigger and more significant, and probably is feels even better than the short-term pleasure that the wrong, easier way out kind of thing can sometimes do. But at the same time, if you don't feel like you have the time or the ability to wait, in the effort to wait for that long-term responsible pleasure to take root, then I say sometimes it's okay to take the short-term pleasure. And, don't tell everybody every little thing, but at the same time, don't let anybody tell you why you can and can't live your life. And you do you, and you make your choices, and no matter if it's the responsible one or the irresponsible one. According to whom, though? According to others, not according to you or according to me. Let your foolish decisions at least serve some type of purpose, and at least try to utilize them to a potential of at least something. And just don't wait anymore, is what I'm trying to say, is at least give it a shot and try. I'm reaching out to the world to find my soul tribe and to make this spiritual connection with more people, because I do have a lot of my own flaws that I'm trying my best to not let ever get the best of me again, but they easily can. And I need to find these connections. I want to find more people that I can relate to. And that helps me more than anything, is to have other people that really, truly care about me to try to help me. And I just don't like being depressed. I don't like being down for a long period of time. I can have a mopey day or a hard day, but for the most part, I don't want to have an uncomfortable, down, depressing day, days and days in a row. Eventually, I'm going to figure out a way to make that not so anymore. I'm not just going to deal with that feeling for weeks upon weeks. So there's got to be a different way for me to figure out how to get rid of this lingering, depressing feeling that you get sometimes. I'm not on any medications anymore, and I'm not on any antidepressants, so I don't know what the answer is really, but I know that turning to the street to find your own pharmaceutical needs, that ain't the answer either. And the supplements, they can't really help too much. It just takes a long time of making good diet choices and health decisions and exercise, and it just takes a while. I'm trying to reset my neurotransmitter system, and it's just been not easy. So the readings will be more complex than that usually. I just wanted to see how many people's attention that actually comes over here. How many clicks does this video actually get, and how hard is it going to be to actually get a viewer to watch these readings? I know it's going to take time to get anywhere close to really getting anywhere, but I just want to see if there's even 5 people that come over here without me promoting the video on my Facebook. I just want to see how many random strangers will find this channel. And if it's the case and I get even 5 or 10 people, then I absolutely will put a lot more effort into the next reading and make it a lot more elaborate looking and all that stuff. I'm going to get off here. Thank you for coming by the Piscean Perspective. I'm hoping that I can be a great reader for you. This was a very simple, very easy, quick reading. This was not me really putting a shit ton of effort into it. I got people on both sides of me, and I got to be a little bit kind of quiet, but I will put a lot of effort into these videos and into my readings, and I will try to always respond to everybody that says a comment down below. Please like and subscribe. Just please help my channel get up there and be seen. Share the channel with your friends. Mainly, more than anything, I just want to connect with like-minded people. I just want to find other spiritual people to connect with, and other readers and people to collaborate with. I just need to find my soul tribe in the world. I'm tired of being alone. I'm 33 years old, and I'm alone all the time, and I'm sick of it. So I'm reaching out to the world, and I will find those people that I need in my life. I'm trying to find a whole new family from the ground up. So here I am trying to do readings, and if you guys want a personal reading, I can tell you that I may not be the most experienced reader, but I will definitely put all of my effort into trying to help you find some type of perspective that will at least give you an ease and help you be able to find some type of answer or solution for your present issue or whatever. And I just love talking with people and giving readings, and it's just fun because it allows me to have the opportunity to meet somebody and really be able to, get them to open up a little bit and, You know, I'm really experienced. My biggest gift is probably being able to emotionally connect with somebody without them even speaking words. They can be the best actor in the world, but I know where their thoughts and emotions are really coming from. I know exactly how they're really feeling despite what they actually say. So it allows me, I usually can tell when someone's fibbing me or lying or just if they're having a hard time telling me in so many words where they're coming from. I can really relate to people and I can really feel where they're coming from on their level. And so it gives me a very powerful gift. And that's why I can really give good personal readings and get people to at least open up, and I feel like get some breakthroughs and stuff. So thanks for coming by. I hope I will be seeing you again real soon. All right, guys. Thank you.